Mike Bohn joined now by Lewis Lee Scott, who's a few days removed from being one of the newest members of the UFC roster, Dana White's Contender Series. Big night, man. I know that it's such a whirlwind. The night it happens, you fight, you get Dana's choice, you do the media. Like, it's been a few days now to clear your mind. Just how is everything settled with you?
Uh, yeah, it's like a mad dream I'm having still, to be honest, mate. You don't know if anything's real. Like, even Las Vegas is a mad place to be anyway. Everything feels like you're in a dream when you're here. But yeah, it's sort of first night's proper sleep I got last night. So sort of woke up to like this morning. I'm like, right, I'm not having a mad dream. This has happened. Get your feet back on the ground and let's get back to work.
Yeah, how was Tuesday night? I know you said last night was the first night of good sleep. I imagine Tuesday there wasn't much.
Yeah, no, Tuesday, I just laid looking at my phone, going ping, 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 ping for hours. Like, what is going on? This is crazy. Like, I knew, obviously, stuff on Contender Series always has like a massive reach and big reactions, but I don't know, I just didn't expect it to go like that.
What was there one of those pings that was particularly special to you, like someone who reached out that meant, a lot that you were maybe waiting to hear from or unexpectedly heard from?
Um, not one in particular. Like the ones that mean the most are you know what I mean, the people that are close to you, and the people that have watched you grow from the start. They're the ones like I got a lot of ones of like messages off people that trained with me when I was like 11. Do you know what I mean? When I was a kid, and they were like, "Oh, I used to train with you at this gym when you were a kid. I knew you'd be in the UFC then." But it's like I'm like, "What really? Did you think that? Like, that's a mad thing to hear, you know? Like, knowing that people they've got so much belief in me."
Yeah, that's incredible. Like, have you watched the fight back yet, or had a chance to do that?
Yeah, yeah. I watched it back a little bit last night. Yeah, I did okay. I wasn't super happy with my performance. I was happy with the finish. The finish looked good. Um, but yeah, it's all learning and growing. It's weird fighting in the apex. It's a bit different to fighting like on a show or anywhere I fought before. But yeah, yeah, it's definitely a mad experience.
Yeah, well, I know Dana said that he got to see a lot of you, right? So like, I know you would have rather gone out there and maybe start him in 2 minutes, but the fact that you got like over 12 minutes of cage time and got to
Mm.
display a lot of things, that seemed to have worked out in your benefit too, especially with kind of the weight miss hanging over your head.
Yeah, 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 and I felt real comfortable in there. Like I did feel super relaxed, to be honest. At no point were I stressing out or I felt like I were in trouble or I had to rush to do anything. I just sort of just went with the flow of the fight, and I think it paid off for me in the end.
Yeah, that's great. So are you still in Vegas now or have you headed home?
Yeah, yes. So I was supposed to go home yesterday, but we're gonna stay out here till the end of the month and get some training in, so I can use the PI now. So
Yeah.
that's a massive help. Anyway, so we're gonna be training there and trying out some of the other gyms around the area. Probably go do a bit of extreme couture as well.
Is there anyone there in particular you're looking forward to working with, or just all the bodies that are there kind of make up
Yeah,
for it?
there's loads of good guys to work with there. Like we did go down the week of the fight because my training partner who come with me, Dan Holt, like a young pro, he went to spar down there. So we're talking to the guys, like talking to Patchy Mix. He'll be a good training partner for me. He's a top lad as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's a nice guy, so it'd be good to get some working with him.
Yeah, are you hoping while you're there for this next like 10 days or so, you learn more about what the future holds as far as like maybe when you could make your UFC debut?
Yeah, yeah. Just gotta keep checking them notifications,
Yeah.
checking my emails, see what the plan is. But yeah.
Is there something in particular you're hopeful? I mean, no UK cards on the books right now. I imagine that would be like the dream scenario, but
Yeah,
what are you
of
thinking?
course. Like UFC Manchester
Yeah.
is always going to be the one. Um, that's good. You're bringing it home, innit? Yeah, you want to bring it as close to home as you can. But yeah, I'm happy to fight wherever, mate. It don't bother me.
Yeah, what would be your ideal timeline? Like, do you want to fight this year?
Yeah, I'd probably like to fight in December.
Hmm.
I've not really got any like major injuries from the fight. I've just got a few little knocks, so I'll probably need like a week or so to recover so I can get back to training properly. But then I'm ready to start training properly again. So yeah.
Yeah, December sounds great. Don't have to cut weight over Christmas and the New Year
Yeah,
and everything. That's that's what you
yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you can't be missing Christmas dinner, can you?
Yeah, yeah, for real. Like this is obviously one of the greatest divisions in the entire sport. Like
Mm.
it's phenomenal. When you look at where all the top guys are, all those things, like how long do you think it's going to take till we're talking about you like getting fights that could break you into the rankings and things like that?
Um, I don't really think about things like that. Like I tend not to make plans, and I want to get this done by this age, or I want to have this many fights and be at this point, because fighting's not a straight road. I don't think things ever go like that. I think you just got to deal with what's in front of you, um, and then keep making your steps rather than trying to push yourself in this straight line. And this is exactly how I want it to go. When it's a winding road. It's never a straight line.
Do you think what you've experienced at this point of your career is part of it? Like I know you had the very extensive amateur career, but made your
Yeah.
debut a little over for a pro a little over 5 years ago. Did you think it would take this long to get here, and we're like kind of dealing with maybe some of the setbacks part of it?
Uh, yeah, yeah, definitely. Like that's what I have learned from that, because when I first started at MMA when I was like 14, when I first walked in an MMA gym, and I'd had Thai boxing experience and stuff, and I was still fighting Thai. Me and my dad were like, "Yeah, you'll be UFC champion by the time you're 21." And you think that, and then obviously your coach is like, "Slow down a bit. It's not that easy." Um, and now we're here. I've got my UFC debut coming up at 25, so I know there's no point putting time limits and targets on things. The goal is obviously always to be champion, but however we get there is however we've got to get there. I can't make a certain way for that to happen. I've just got to deal with everything that's put in front of me.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of the champion in this division, I think Merab is over in Shanghai with Aljamain right now, so you might
Yeah,
not see him going through, but he is fighting in a little over a month. How do you think that fight between him and Corey Sandhagen goes?
I don't see anyone beating Merab for a while, mate. I think he's a serious problem. He's my favourite fighter, to be honest. I'd
Hmm.
say in the UFC at the minute, because he's just got unbelievable cardio, unbelievable work rate, and it just blows my mind, blows my mind. I'd love to train with him, to be honest. You
Yeah.
know, see what his conditioning is, how he gets that fit. Because I think I'm pretty fit, but there's fitness and there's fitness, and that is the fittest guy in the UFC by a mile. The guy just goes gear five, 100% for 25 minutes. And I'm a big fan of Sandhagen. Sandhagen, I always have been from being young. I like the way he fights, he picks his shots and he moves, but I just don't think he's active enough to beat Merab. Like I think the difference in work rate's always going to be an issue for him.
Yeah, that's a great breakdown. Who, in your opinion, is the greatest British fighter in UFC history?
It's Bisping, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still Bisping. Because it paved the way. It paved the way for us. Like no one thought an English guy could win a UFC title like
Mhm.
back then. I know how when was that, like 2016?
June 2016, when
Yeah,
he
yeah,
beat Luke Rockhold.
2016. Like I remember that because I was 16 then, and I'd maybe won one MMA fight, or we're just about to make my MMA debut, and Bisping knocked out Luke Rockhold. Like, we can do it. English guys can win the title. We can do it. We're not just idiots on this little island just having fights outside a pub. We can win UFC titles, So definitely Bisping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got to be the great choice. Obviously,
yeah,
Leon is done, and then we've seen
yeah, yeah.
Tom Aspinall coming up.
Yeah, Leon. Yeah, definitely Leon and Tom Aspinall are up there, but the Bisping was the breakthrough guy. So I still think he's the British GOAT in my opinion. But Aspinall might overlap him. He
Yeah,
might do.
we'll see.
We'll see.
Would any part of you want to get on that card, or is Abu Dhabi too soon?
When's that?
October 25th, I think. So like 2 months,
Um,
2+ months.
2 months, possibly,
Yeah.
possibly. Again, I'll see my coach today, and we'll probably have a proper sit down and talk about how we're going to move forward now. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you go to the Manchester card last year, like middle of the night?
Nah, too late for me. That
Yeah, you're
can't
in
be
bed.
doing that. Yeah, yeah. I need my sleep, me, bro. I'm like a 10-hour sleeper. I can't stay up all night anymore.
That's funny. Well, hopefully with this new Paramount deal, if they like go back there again, it's kind of at a more prime time for the UK people, so
Yeah,
it's not that same thing.
yeah, definitely. That'd be it'd be great because it was such a it was just one of them things last time. Like everyone was so buzzing to get a UFC card up north, and then they're like, yeah, but the main event's at like 7 in the morning, like. And I think they stopped serving drinks pretty early as well in the arena, so like everyone's got pissed at the start, and then it gets into the middle of the night, and they're all just like have a hangover, start watching the
Yeah.
fights. By the time it's got to it.
Yeah. I think that's when you see the long lineups for the washroom, but who knows?
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
That's fine. What I know you're really looking forward to the debut, and I know you addressed the weight stuff like right after the fact, said it's never going to happen again. But are you looking forward to that day when you do step on the scale again? Just so for anyone that maybe does have questions or doubts, like you can just be like, okay, I said it was a one-time thing. Now you can all shut up.
Yeah, I've got. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Like obviously I've got to do that anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be good to say, look, I won't lie, and I can make the weight, and I'm never going to miss the weight again. And being able to use the PI and stuff, and all the level of sports science you have in there is going to make it so much easier anyway. Working with them guys, I think.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, congratulations again. Obviously, it's always great to see, young undefeated British fighters come in, and it sounds like you have, a good head on your shoulders, man. So looking forward to seeing what you can do in the UFC and for covering your career for many years to come.
Nice one.